what we do at Folorunso Creations is that we brand clients through the beauty of graphic design. Through my years of experience at Folorunso Creations, I've come across several brands and I've come to learn a lot about them, inclusive of some of the challenges that they go through. And as young people, one of the major things that I've come to learn is pretty hard to keep up is your name. The ability to make your name relevant and to keep your brand going is one thing that will keep your business alive. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you know the most attractive name in the English dictionary? It's a 3-letter word. Don't be ashamed to say it. How many of you know it? The most attractive. No. It's a 3-letter word. What is it? A 3-letter word. Don't be ashamed to say it. It's sex. Yes. Thank you. It's funny. No, think about it. If you were to go, I know many of you when you're going through your dictionary, sometimes you go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and you come across the word sex, and you kind of slow down. Isn't it? That's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. But isn't it interesting that when our parents sat us down to give us that awkward sex talk, some of us kind of grudged our faces and you're like, we just don't want to hear this? Well, the point is, and it's not all our fault, is we don't always find the friend in our parents. And it's not always their fault. But the sad part comes in when the very things that have been warned against, be it clubbing, be it drinking, be it alcohol, be it drugs, we go ahead and do the very things that have been warned not to do. I remember one of my youngest childhood things that I could remember, memories, let me use that, was having a piggy bank, having a coin jar, where I could store my coins in an attempt to reach a particular goal. And at that time, since I was a kid, my goal was to get a brand new toy, or a ball for that matter, because I loved soccer. And every time my dad would give me a coin to put into that jar, I would get so excited because I was just getting a coin closer to me attaining that dream. Now, little did I know that many of these deposits were being put and placed all around me in my life. Think about it. Did you know that each time your teacher in class, your high school teacher for that matter, punished you for coming late to class, they were quite literally depositing something into your life? That every time your dad or your mom would punish you for a mistake that you did, they were quite literally giving you a blank check. That's the truth of the matter. And at the end of this, you'll actually want to go and thank them. Now, many people today, when they want to start their businesses, they go running after capital. And even after getting that capital, they still go ahead and crash in their businesses. Approximately 1,100 businesses crash daily. And the truth of the matter is, it's not all attributed to money-related problems. And that is exactly the place where, no, it actually comes with a principle. There's a principle to it. Many people, if you look at it, if you get a lion, okay, let's say you capture a lion, that's a great feat. But for you to keep a lion, for example, in your house, that's where the trick comes in. And that's the reason why many businesses crash, because they fail to understand this principle. They know how to start a business, they know what it takes to put their business up to the next level, but they don't know how to sustain that business. And that is where character comes in. Character it comes from integrity, that is. Your integrity is what is going to teach you how to manage your finances. It's going to teach you how to bring about loyal customers. Look at it this way. When I was going through my errands, my usual errands in town and whatnot, doing my business, I came across a person who sells airtime, okay? And after 1 minute of conversation with this guy, buying airtime from him, I made a conscious decision that I'm going to be buying airtime from this guy no matter which place I'm coming from, whenever I'm in town. Ask me why. The truth of the matter is, when I came to this guy, he treated me with the utmost respect. A guy selling airtime. He'd come to me and say, how are you today? How may I help you? And even went further to ask me, could I scratch this for you? I love doing this job for you. Thank you. Have a lovely day. That man's character drew me and got him a loyal customer. How much more can we do if we can duplicate this same character into our businesses? Some of us are in some businesses. I know one of the biggest businesses is the fashion brand. Some of us are selling shambalas, for example, and you're waiting for the day that your client is going to buy a Rolex from you to tell your client, thank you. You're waiting for the day our client is going to buy a Louis Vuitton shoe from you and they say thank you. And that's how you lose customers. That's how you lose clients. And the thing is, pardon me, let me go on. Now, if you can learn to treat that one client who's bringing you 50 shillings, believe you me, that one client, if you learn to treat him with respect, that one client is going to refer you to a person who's going to bring you $1 million one day in the future. Because when you learn to treat your clients with the respect that you need, the respect that they deserve, even if they don't deserve it, believe you me, you're going to build yourself loyal customers. I always say that I'd rather have one loyal customer than have 1 million people who are just going to bother me with phone calls. They're going to be telling me, oh, Josh, do this for me, do this, do that for me. But that one loyal customer is what's going to take, is who is going to take me to the next level. Now, I'm going to give you an example. There's a time a man was in Washington, D.C. A man went to a subway station and was playing the violin. He played about 6 bash pieces for about 45 minutes. During those 45 minutes, being that it was the rush hour in the subway station, it was estimated that over 1,000 people passed through that subway station. But out of that 1,000 people, only 6 people stopped for a while and actually listened to what he was doing. Only 20 people came and gave that man money. At the end of that 45 minutes, he got $32 out of it. Now, 2 days before that, that same man had performed in Boston, where the seats costed around $100 each. That man is Joshua Bell. Joshua Bell is one of the greatest musicians on the earth. He plays the violin. That piece, one of the pieces that he played within those 45 minutes, was worth over $3.5 million. But in that 45 minutes, all he got was $32. The same man with the same skill, the same height, same eyes, same hair, got $32 for a 3.5 million piece. What is the difference? The name. Many people are rushing today to get the money. Whenever you want to start a business, you want the money, you want the money. Believe you me, when you build your name, people are going to pay anything, believe you me, anything, just because of your name. I went through my business, Folorunso Creations. I came across a statistic that showed the most expensive logos on the earth. I was surprised. The most expensive logo costs about $1 billion for a logo. But here in Kenya, if you tell a client it's 10,000 for a logo, they're going to be like, what? 10,000? Here in Kenya. But a person paid $1 billion US dollars, not Zimbabwean dollars, $1 billion US dollars for a logo. It's in the name. And one of the ways that you can build that name is through your integrity, through your character. And of course, before you can get to the point of integrity, you must first go through the route of discipline. Because it is self-discipline, the ability to bring yourself in under necessity that is going to take you to the next level. You need to discipline yourself in terms of your friends, because the company you keep determines what accompanies you. One bad girlfriend, one gold digger of a girlfriend can bring down your business to the ground. That's the truth of the matter. They say, there's a quote that I read that said that friends are like feathers, and we all know that the beauty of any bird comes from its feathers. You need to discipline yourself in terms of your time. Many people are sleeping over 8 hours in a day, and you want to build a successful brand. You want to build a successful business. One of my mentors is called Dr. David Oyedepo, one of the people that I follow so much. He works for 16 hours a day. 16 hours per day. Some of us spend 12 hours asleep. And that man is the richest bishop in Africa right now. The church is the largest in terms of capacity in the world, and it's right here in Africa. You need to discipline yourself in terms of your finances. Believe in me, if you don't know how to manage your finances, even at the start that you are, debt will do it for you. If you can manage to discipline yourself in terms of your time, in terms of your money, and in terms of your finances, there's nothing that will stop your business from attaining the revenue, the loyalty that you require. A wise man once said that that time will never run out of hand for so long as you have it on your wrist. Hold time close to you. Make sure you value it with all of your heart, and believe me, you'll enjoy the profit that you deserve. I'll leave you with this. Wisdom, in fact, common sense, tells us to close the tap when you see the pipe leaking. So why should we question the Almighty God when we ourselves are wasting and there's no flow in our businesses? We are called the Generation Y, the Generation Z. But if we, the so-called Generation Y and Generation Z, can learn to value our time, our money, and the friends that we keep all around us, believe you me, and this Africa, stained by corruption, stained by greed, we will be the ones to prove that surely character does beat capital. Thank you.